I see people saying, when was there ever a Palestinian state? When in history was there ever a Palestinian state? Well, I have an answer. I will tell you when there was an independent, sovereign, autonomous Palestinian state. From the year 2005 until the year 2023, in Gaza, there was a sovereign, independent, autonomous Palestinian state. Once in history, were there Palestinian children who grew up not seeing any Israeli soldiers, any Israelis at all. And that is that generation of Palestinians born in 2005 all the way to 2023. And what did they do with that state that they had? That experiment, which could have proven to Palestinians in the West Bank, look, this can be done. We can have a state of our own. We can be self-sufficient. We can be autonomous. What did that state do? What did those children who grew up in the 18 years from 2005 to 2023, what have they done? They trained in Hamas training camps. They grew up to hate Israel and to dream of the day they would cross the border into the sovereign Israel, into Israel's 1948 borders that are internationally accepted. And they swarmed Israel on October 7th and committed the worst crimes humanity has seen on camera to date. Obviously, there have been things that were seen on black and white, etc. But in terms of something that was streamed to the world, definitely what the Gazans have done on October 7th is the worst we've ever seen. And so the question to Palestinians saying now we want a free Palestine is, you were given one. You had it. It was there in Gaza. It was there from 2005 to 2023. What are you going to do with another one? What are you going to do differently? In fact, you're not saying you're going to do anything differently. You're saying you're going to do the exact same thing. So why in the world would anyone support a sovereign Palestinian state when we saw where it led? We saw what it has become. And we need to ask that generation, the one generation that grew up in an autonomous Palestinian state, what have you done? Not only have you destroyed chances for your peace with Israel, but you have shown the entire world what the meaning of Palestinian statehood is. Of course, there are people who will agree with you and cheer free Palestine just to stick it to the Jews. But does anyone in the right mind think that the terrorists of Hamas should be walking around with the powers of a state, with jets, with tanks, with a real military? Does anyone think that's a good idea? No, in fact, even Egypt, which is right there near Gaza, thinks that would be a horrible idea. And so if you support a Palestinian state, you should be angry at the squandering generation. The generation of Gazans who grew up not seeing a single Israeli soldier, and they squandered it because they said, no, this is not enough. We want to overrun Israel completely. Why should anyone ever agree to something like that again?